Hello everyone, we are the second group. Our topic is about the cars. Our group size is the smallest in this class, but today we will introduce a big guy, Henry Ford. And he is the most influential American innovator of the 20th centuries. His automobile forever changed our ways of the work and where we live and our ideas about the individual freedom and possibilities. Absolutely, he is a great person. He do a lot of the things benefit to the society, economy, and the common people, which is inflected his the angelic side. And after he uh, become more the powerful and the successful and had more the wealthy, his the another side emerged. He angel become devil. Mayara will introduce the angel fold to you, and Chiho will show you another fold, show another fold, and finally the Bea will do the conclusion. So okay, let's welcome Mayara to start her the part.
So Henry Ford is often associated with the invention of the assembly line that you can see in this video. And according to Ford, there are two principles of assembly. First, you place the man and the tools in the sequence of the operation. And second, you use conveyor belts. And when a workman finishes his part, he puts the part in the line for the next workman. And it's good if you have gravity to help you with the transportation of the pieces. And this method, the assembly line, had a huge influence in the whole world. Not only the assembly line, other new methods, revolutionary methods of production, like the large production plants and the use of standardized and interchangeable parts, also made possible to Ford to produce one Model T in 93 minutes. And between 1913 and 1915, the Ford's factories produced more than 15 million Model Ts. And this car was the first car affordable for the majority of the Americans. And it was offered in many styles, but only one color, black. And it had many advantages, but also some flaws. For example, it frequently had to be driven up a steep hill backwards. And Henry Ford is also known for paying his workers a sufficiently large sum so that these workers could buy his products. And in this way, he could expand the market. And at that time, the workers received $2.25 per day, for which they worked 9-hour shifts. But it was too much for many to bear, so the turnover rate was very high, and the new workers, they required a costly break-in period, and sometimes the workers would just left the line and quit and look for a job elsewhere, and the line stopped, and this increased the cost and also delayed production, so Ford couldn't make the cars as cheap as he wanted. So he needed to do something, and a drastic measure was necessary, such as raising the wage to $5 a day. But it wasn't so simple, it was a little bit more complicated. It wasn't just $5 a day in wages. Half it was payment and half it was a bonus. And this bonus came with a character requirement. So there is a committee who would visit the employee's house to make sure they were doing things the American way. And the American way was to, for example, avoid some activities such as gambling and drinking. And immigrants had to learn English, and they had to take classes to become more Americanized. And women were not eligible for the bonus if they were married, and the men were not eligible for the bonus if their wives worked outside. So not everything was as simple as it seems. And now Jiho will continue with even more or less angelic aspects of Ford.
Hi, I'm Jiho. I'm talk about Henry Ford, the bad things. Market share was decreased from 1920, from 2000 to 1/5, from 1920 to 1935. And because of that, he didn't make a new model car, and he refused to change the Model T. And even though his management skills were not well developed, he never created the position for executive administration, and never entrusted management to others. In addition, his wrongdoing was that he oppressed labor movement using violence. After Henry's son Edsel became the president, however, Henry was a real boss and still controlled the whole company. Edsel died in 1943 at the age of 49. And his death was caused by his stress coming from father's pressure and declining business. He was a famous racist and anti-Semitic. He discriminated Jews and differentiated their wages from other employees. He published The International Jew, which is about Jew discrimination, blaming them for the economic crisis. After a few years, he published a letter apologizing. Next, Bear is going to share about the conclusion.
Henry Ford has had a tremendous influence in our modern life. He invented the assembly line that is still used in the factories today. Thanks to him, the middle class expanded, and we work 40 hours today. But he also owned a newspaper where he published his article against Jews, and this article was used for the Nazis in their propaganda. Also, the assembly line makes the work monotonous, and people can feel useful doing this work. And Henry Ford was a nice man, and he helped a lot of people, and he did a lot of things for the society. But also, yeah, he did a very bad things. Some people believe that Henry Ford was frustrated, because he never wanted to change his Model T, because for him he was the perfect car, and at that point he got frustrated, and it was the beginning on that his anti-Semitism belief. Will Rogers said to him, "It will take 100 years to know whether you have helped us or hurt us, but you certainly didn't leave us where you found us." Thank you.